3 rich kids suddenly spat at me to provoke me. I really did not want any trouble. But when one of them flicked a cigarette butt onto my car window, I could no longer hold back the anger inside me. So I decided to force them to pull over. What I did not expect was, the rich kid in front deliberately blocked my way, and that completely set off my rage. Once I found the chance to stop them, they would face total destruction. At this point, the rich kids finally realized how serious things were, but it was already too late. I grabbed his hair and smashed his head straight into the glass. And I was not done yet. I pulled the car keys out of their vehicle. Then right in front of one of them, I threw the keys straight into the river. Only then did I walk away calmly. But when I returned to the hotel, I managed. I heard someone was causing trouble on my turf, and that finally gave me a chance to let it all out. So I carried my unresolved rage and stormed straight into the room. But I did not kill them right away. Instead, I politely bowed to them, then gave them 3 seconds to crawl out of the private room. But they did not take me seriously at all, so I had my men lock the door tight. Right at this critical moment, the leader Jack suddenly pulled out a sharp steel knife, but he clearly underestimated me. I grabbed a wine bottle off the floor and smashed it straight into his head. But what I did not know was, that single blow would bring me massive trouble, because the boss of those 3 thugs was the ruthless warlord John, and what I did that day completely destroyed his reputation, which meant what awaited me was a gang boss full-scale revenge. John stormed onto my turf and demanded an explanation from me, or he would burn my hotel to the ground, but I showed no fear at all. Faced with my tough attitude, John chose not to strike, because he had already come up with a far crazier revenge plan. 2 weeks later, one night, after drinking too much, I was about to lie down and rest, when the lights in the room suddenly went out. When I turned them back on, a group of armed killers suddenly appeared, and in that instant I knew how serious this was, but it was already too late. After they beat my drunk body to the ground, a man wearing a hat walked in, and he was one of John's most trusted men. When I woke up again, I was tightly bound with thick ropes hanging in the air. But even worse, John arrived with a chilling killing intent around him. At John's command, Jason put on a leather apron on the spot, then pulled out a sharp steel knife, while another man set down a large plastic tub to catch blood. I knew what waited for me was probably death, but just as my breathing was about to stop, John suddenly received a mysterious phone call, and under pressure, he could only put a hood over my head and dump me in the wilderness. The one who called John was the gang boss I had followed for 7 years, but what I did not expect was that the boss had no intention of sparing his loyal man. Instead, he ordered his men to dig a massive deep pit nearby,